Okay, this is a little bit about how I imagine the scavenger hunt going with Slides Mania. Again, I will probably change my mind many times, and things will look different, but this was just kind of in my head where I thought it going. Um, when they got to the welcome screen, I was going to have the start button. Since the first day, I didn't want them going through everything that we would be doing. So they would hit the start button. It would welcome them to our class, and I chose to embed a video for the tour, and I'm going to spend quite a bit of time going through and explaining to them the important features in Canvas that I want them to pay close attention to. And so they can watch that embedded. And then after they're done, I'm going to ask them to do the scavenger hunt. And it does say that when they click on this treasure chest, it's going to open in a new window. That's because I want them to be able to see the scavenger hunt, but then come back over to Canvas and maneuver around. So when they do that, it's going to open to the presentation mode of the Google slide. And so they're going to read the directions for completing the scavenger hunt. And so there's 8 treasure chests, and they're going to click on it. And each one, I just chose a specific aspect, like most teachers. I started with the end in mind. I wanted all of the answers to be one word in this quote, be a rainbow in someone else's cloud, exclamation point. So knowing what I needed the answer to be for each one of the clues, I could then make up what I wanted the question to be. So to give you an example, number 1 was about looking at banners and headers, and I wanted them to especially pay close attention to our homeroom heading. And after they looked for some things, the actual piece of clue they needed was to look for an insect on the board. So that's when they'll have to go back. So they'll have to know how to go to the homeroom. And when they see our banner, hopefully they'll see the B. So they would write B. And then they would go to the next one that they needed. This was about announcements. So they'd remind themselves about announcements. And then, what is the first word in the announcement titled First Day? They could go back. They'd remember it's up here. That's the title. A, new school year. So hopefully they would write down A. And so they'd keep going. I talked about buttons, the global navigation. This is about the inbox. So be a rainbow in. So the first 2 letters in the icon to send me a message. Hopefully they go over to inbox, IN, etc. You can make the clues whatever you wanted. But the template I used had 8 treasure chests on it. So I chose to do 8 clues. And then at the end, in order to be done with this, I don't know if you can see this part, but send me a message. So to get your first badge for your new skill, they needed to inbox me this quote. So at the end, I just want them to show a skill they learned, which was hopefully how to use the inbox. So that was just my idea of something that they could do to practice what I had them looking for in Canvas. The actual template itself, I use a lot with Slides Mania. They're Google Slides or PowerPoints, and you download the templates, and they're totally customizable. So the treasure chest one I've also used as a digital reading template. So choosing choosing books to read. What should they read next? So this has, I've just linked it to different places that they could go if they want to choose a new book to read. And it's all kinds of lists and themes and websites and stuff like that. So really these different templates they're already linked together. And she has a great website. Her name is Paula, and she has a lot of blogs that tell you how to edit if you're not familiar with it. Some other templates that I've used of hers are the books. And also I really like this filing cabinet. So clicking on, when you're in the presentation mode, will take you to different folders and files. And so organizing information. So I just took a template I liked, and I thought that the treasure chest fit good with the scavenger hunt. So I just deleted what I didn't want and added in what I wanted, and she had done most of the work for me. So that's pretty much all for the scavenger hunt. I hope that's what you wanted. But it was a starting point for me and something I thought they would enjoy.